Good afternoon. This is our CaraSolva caregiver training. This is Alan Berner, Vice President of Community Services, and we're providing a series of video trainings to provide individuals with the opportunity to see and learn how to navigate the CaraSolva program. Before we get into the operational videos of how to go through it, we'd like to provide an introduction to kind of what you're going to see and also kind of why some of these changes are happening. And so CaraSolva is our new EMR system, which will begin doing all of our medication administration documentation through here in the first few months of the year. And so we're making a shift from doing this in the Therap EMR for a couple of reasons. One, and the biggest one, is our pharmacy is connected to CaraSolva, and so what that does for us is it allows our physician orders that come to the pharmacy to be automatically forwarded right into the CaraSolva system. So instead of having our nursing team input all that data manually, they're able to verify it and accept the orders that come through from the pharmacy. And so we expect that that'll help reduce the potential of any missed medications or any mistranscribed medications, which then lead to medication errors. Secondly, CaraSolva as a product itself is very user-friendly, very easy for the end user, the person coming in to document, to be able to see the things that they need to document and then be able to go ahead and execute that without needing to kind of filter through a lot of information. It has a scheduler view that will bring up what you need to document on as you go. And so we are going to have different groups roll out here in February, March, and April at the end of the month, of each of those months, to begin utilizing CaraSolva as our medication administration tool. And so this series is going to walk you through a few things. We'll talk about logging in. We'll orient you to the different pages that are in CaraSolva. We'll talk about the different types of tasks that you'll be asked to complete, how you handle prompts, and then we'll also cover some of the things that will still remain in Therap versus CaraSolva and how the two of them will come back and forth. And so before I start diving into that information, I'd like to talk about the iPads, which should be making their way out to the houses either already or shortly. We will be shifting from using the medication cart laptops that are at the majority of our homes and begin doing all of our medication administration through the iPads. We'll do this on Therap until your house is ready to transition to CaraSolva. And just some explanation and background where that's coming from. We are making this shift to help provide a backup when the internet goes down at the house. We've been dealing with this issue consistently over the last year, and that there are frequent times in which our internet, our wireless internet, drops out and we're unable to access it to be able to utilize the tools that we have. And this interrupts your workflow. It creates challenges for our caregivers and for our direct support professionals, and so we've been looking to try and find a way to figure that out. The solution we came up with is to utilize a Verizon-supported iPad to be able to roll into the Verizon data network when our internet goes out. And so primarily you'll keep working off the internet connection there at the house, but if ever it's unavailable, the iPad will roll over, use the data network that runs off the cell phone towers, and allow you to be able to continue to do your documentation as you need to. Now, I will warn you that that will be significantly slower. We don't expect the same speeds at the house through the data networks as we typically get through the wireless, but it should be functional enough for us to be able to get that information in as we need to. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll move into logging in here in a moment.